Well, here we are again with Chef Perry, and we are at County Crossing because in the last episode, of course, one of the settlers at County Crossing gave us a job to go and clear out Taffington Boathouse because they have some buddies that want to move in there. And so we did that, we came back, and now we also have County Crossing as a settlement, which I have scrapped already off camera just because that kind of thing is not the most exciting viewing in the world. And so I'm ready to actually build some things here. And of course, then I'm going to have to rush back to Taffington Boathouse because those guys just moved right in. And of course, there's no food, no water, no protection or anything like that going on there at all. So what I'm going to do here to start off with is we're going to have a look and see if I've got anything in my portable container. And it looks like I've got some ammo and some junk and some apparel. Okay. So maybe what I'll do... Oh boy, I've got lots of weapons in there too. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take all the junk out first, because I could probably use some of this junk to help build things here that I'm going to need. And of course now I'm carrying too much, but that's okay. I can dump all the junk into the workbench here. And it'll all be good. It's too bad that they didn't refine the transferring of items a little bit. But what can you do? Because I kind of like the idea of store all junk, but it would be nice to be able to take all junk when you need to. Now let's see if we got enough stuff here to actually do something with this place. And not expecting that I'll have enough materials to build junk fences, certainly not the tall ones. Yeah, 56, which might be pushing it a bit, especially if I have to use some of this junk to build fences and stuff over at... it looks as though I've got a lot more wood than steel, though. Okay, so 56 junk fences for... Let's see here... 56 security fences. So I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Well, we'll build junk fences then. Or maybe just to conserve a little bit, we won't build any fences yet. What we'll do instead is we'll just do this. Because building fences is just too expensive. But there just so happens to be some snap points on this existing little building here. So you can kind of build onto this little existing building. I have more or less a formula as to how I do that now. I do it pretty much the same way every time. And then, of course, as all good construction projects go, you build the supporting walls last, right? Okay, I can't build very many of those, but I can build a lot of wooden walls here. So we'll throw some wooden walls in over here. Okay. I'm not going to put a doorway piece in here because then I wouldn't be able to walk through the doorway anyway. There's not enough space here vertically. So if that's fine, though, we can just leave that open. And of course, I'm using mods that add new wooden pieces. That's where these nice wooden walls come from. That also includes things like these quarter and half floor pieces and that kind of thing, too. So, anyway, now we'll just build in with these little quarter pieces here. Because the walls are slightly off the ground here. There, that's perfectly good and sound engineering right there. So got enough little space here to, you know, like put in a couple of beds maybe, or if you want to hide a water pump away, you know, that kind of thing, you can stick it in here too. And of course you can build on top of this now and turn this into a multiple story barrack style apartment eventually. Although I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to see if I can build a couple of gun turrets here. Looks like I can, so I'll just throw a couple of gun turrets up here on top of the... well, I don't know. Guess throw some gun turrets up on top of this thing for now and call it good. Later I'll have to move them if I decide to build onto this building, but for now we've got all the requirements of a fledgling settlement. We've got food, we've got water, we've got defense, and we've got a couple of beds. So, and you know, like I said, you can throw a few extra beds down in this area down here too. So there. And I think I'm going to call that good for this settlement for now. Oops, I missed a spot. There. And that little yellow box is a shipping container, which I believe is added courtesy of 50 Ways to Die at Dr. Nick's, actually. And with that shipping container, I can do things like... it's like I've got all kinds of things in here that I've... basically put in here. I can take all this stuff. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go take all. And then I can put it into this shipping container. And so we'll put all the junk into the shipping container, because this is sort of a, I guess, kind of crude way to be able to share resources between settlements if you don't have provisioner lines yet. Because I can go to another settlement and build another shipping container, and then all this stuff that I'm putting in this shipping container, I can take it out there. It's kind of like a cloud storage chest. I guess you could say. And let's see here. If I store a lot of stuff in here too, like you know, crop type things and stuff like that, well, then all these little resources are available at any settlement that I build a shipping container at, instead of just settlements that are joined to each other through provisioner lines. And it's a bit cumbersome way to do things at first, but, you know, and obviously once you've got settlements that are all joined together, it's probably a lot easier to, you know, just use the workbenches to join things. But, you know, before you have a network of connected settlements up and running, this is a good way to do things. Okay, well, yeah, we'll just throw this stuff in there too for now, and eventually when I get to a place where I've got an armor workbench, I can pull all of it out of another shipping container and break it all down. Okay. And I could probably do that with the portable container contents as well. But for now, let's leave that in there and we'll do our level up. I don't remember what I was working on last time. Looks like I got my 3 ranks of adamantium skeleton, which is good. Could go with either chemist or science. Or computer hacking. I should get that because, you know what? These are all good things to have. So yeah, we'll start off with computer hacking type stuff. Okay, so now I guess we need to have a snack and a drink of water here. Yeah, I don't have enough stuff to build anything anymore, so I guess I'll just have to use the water pump. Okay, and off to Taffington Boathouse we go. And we'll quickly get that sorted. I think what I'm basically been working on here. I have to start getting some of my settlements connected. But that makes kind of more sense to start over here where I started in the first place, and I'm a little more established. And just work my way east, I guess. However, when you get jobs, they're usually, you know, from settlers, they're usually time sensitive, so you have to get on them and do them. Now we'll just go this way. As we'll just take the shortcut back to Taffington Boathouse rather than following the roads all the way around and big loops and all that kind of stuff. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh. Okay. Get out of the way, dog. Oh, okay, never mind. You got him. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for saving me, friend. Take this. It's all I got.
Well, okay. Sure. They should have made that guy go to your nearest settlement and be a settler. That would have been kind of an interesting idea. Okay, what do we have here? We got a wounding blah-de-blah. We got this. Okay. Here we go, past the Poseidon Energy Turbine 18F. And we'll just swim across the lake and we'll be right there at Taffington Boathouse. There's a tree laying in the water there. Oh, and there's one of our new settlers already. Hey, coming to talk to me.
I'm new around here. I wanted to introduce myself.
It's not exactly paradise, but what is, right? With some hard work, I think this could be a decent place to live. Anything specific you want me to do, I'm willing to pitch in anywhere you need.
Boy, that was a long
Just
speech.
looking to trade a little.
Sure thing.
Yeah, we'll just pretend to trade a little here for the time being until we figure out what to do with you. So Taffington Boathouse is actually a
Got it.
fairly small settlement, but it is interesting, and you can actually comfortably house 40 settlers in the place. See that? I've already got a shipping container there already built. So, get out of here, stupid. Okay, anyway, so we can take all of our junk back out of the shipping container. Which again isn't the handiest thing in the world, but what can you do? We don't want to just take all, because unfortunately that makes you take all the guns and ammunition and everything else I've stored in there too, which is kind of a hassle. So anyway, we will store all junk. What else have we got in this workshop? Okay, well, guess we can grab all this stuff out of the workbench afterwards, but for now, let's see what we can do. We need water. We need a little bit more food. Let's see what we could build for defenses in this place. Yeah, we didn't quite find vines. Oh, too far away for that one. Up here. I can get it there. Nope. Get that one. Get that one. Okay. Anyway, doing stuff with the house can be a tricky thing, but if you work at it, you can actually make something fairly passable here. Of course, you have to have scrap everything in place anywhere. Those are two mods that you pretty much need to have if you're going to be able to do anything with this place. And so what we can do here is we'll yeah, something like this. Okay, that looks pretty square. Okay, well, no, not really. Looks a little crooked. Let's see if we can square it up just a little bit here. And then bring it out. Maybe we'll line it up with the front edge of this thing here. That might be a little easier. Eh? Okay. And we need to be a little bit below the upper floor as well. Make this work, because otherwise you end up with something that looks kind of strange. Anyway, we'll go in here. Make sure we're not interfering with our stairwell here, because that's also something that can happen. It would have been nice if they'd have built all these objects so that you could snap construction objects to them. Okay, we'll just do a check here again. Okay, that's sticking in here a bit. So maybe what we'll do, we'll remove this piece. Put it over here. And we'll move this piece out a little bit, so that it's not sticking into the stairwell here too far. Yeah. I can also see... Okay, I can't do it from... Get out of the way, stupid! Yeah. Boy. Alright, so we need to move it out a little more. Let's move it out just so I can see the back edge of that. Move it down a little bit. There. Okay. of course, nothing is all even either, right? Like, this isn't exactly, you know, like if you line things up somewhat with this wall, it doesn't, alright, let's see if we can line that up a little bit better then, huh? Now, that out a bit. See if we can't, yeah, in fact, if anything, that just made that worse. See, without clipping right into the house, if I want to go along the edge of the wall of the house here, well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 floor tiles, and then there's like a little tiny bit left over. What I was going to say is that they did not make any of these existing structures out of pieces that are the same dimension as your, you know, building pieces are, right? So that sticks in there a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, we're not stuck into the stairwell here at all. If a little bit of overlap comes in there, I guess I'm alright with that. Okay, so we can continue on over this way. And I think what I'm going to do, we'll skip one and go over here. We'll see how that lines up. Alright. Then a set of stairs. There. Still enough room to walk by them here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now, for some reason, even this is just a little bit different. Right? Makes it hard to walk up and down that without hopping a little bit. I don't know why. It is. But anyway, we won't worry about that for now. Sometimes it's easier to build these from underneath. Okay, there. So now we've got a nice rectangular shaped floor going all the way around the outside of the house, kind of, sort of. And so let's see if we can do something like that, because it makes the engineering guy inside me happy. Have that corner supported properly. Yeah, you need something to do too, don't you? Okay. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just put in a guard rug for you right there, and then you can go there and you can stand guard.
Crop's coming in pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's trade some things.
Of course.
Okay. So, anyway, oh, I just fell in the water. Okay. So, let's see here. It's kind of, okay, maybe I can do this. Yeah, that works. All right. That was a nice support for that corner too. out here. Of course, this can be used as a sort of base to build some more walls on. Now that I'm up here, I can probably scrap those vines. Actually, I think I have a better idea for this. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll put that in there, we'll put that there. Okay, we'll store those walls first of all. Okay, we'll put that wall in there. Store those walls. We'll put in okay. Yeah, kind of like that. So we'll leave that front part open. That. All right, let's go inside the house here. Like we need to turn a light on now. It's starting to get dark. Because what we're going to do is we're going to just get rid of this destroyed roof. Because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't serve any purpose. Okay. Okay, there is our new floor of this interior space here. Okay, guess we need a set of stairs up to the next level now. So maybe we'll do is we'll see if we can throw those in over here. That work? Sure. Looks a little bit rough at the bottom there, but it looks like it works smoothly enough, so I think it'll do. Back walls up here. There we go. Some more vines. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. And we can do this. Extend this here. Well. And spot right there. Yeah, what's that, hey? So, yeah, it is centered on. It's nice. Okay. So that if we wanted to get onto this roof for some reason, now we can. Guess we need some walls in here, too. Okay, so lots of room for beds and stuff in inside the main house here on the upper floor, and then we'll have a whole bunch of space where we can basically just build a really large, even a 2-story room. It wouldn't even have to cover this entire floor space here. Would be more than enough. So if we even go back here like this. Okay, and, oh, sure, be plenty. Okay, have a doorway right there. How much room we got out here? We got lots of room. Put the stairs on the outside. Yeah. Okay, so a room this size, if you pack them close, will hold probably roughly about 30 beds. Which means that if I go up here, I'm probably only going to need a partial bit of this in order to be able to get myself up to a nice, easily 40 or more beds. It's because it's good form, we'll put that there in case I want to do the doorway thing there. But anyway, now we've got a nice platform here that we can do things like put gun turrets on and that kind of thing. Like I've got enough materials here to put up 3 gun turrets. But I'm only going to put up 2 because I need gears in order to be able to put in even the simplest water pump. Yeah. So I guess what I'm going to have to do here is I'll put in just a regular old water pump right there. Okay, and of course I can put gun turrets in this row here as well. Right, and settler guard posts. Like put guard posts along here, and then another row of them up there, and then another row of them up there, and it makes a fairly compact area like this able to actually support that many settlers, and with all of them having jobs. Looks like I missed a few things with scrapping in this place too. And I don't think I'm going to build a fence around Abingdon Boathouse here just yet either, just because I lack the resources right now. But eventually then that's what I do, is I usually use wire fence or junk fence, and I'll start down here in the water here and build up and across and then down to the water again on the other end. So I guess about all we got left to do now is put in a little bit more food. And I think I can get some food items out of the shipping container here. Couple of carrots and some corn and melon and a couple of, we'll see. Okay, so I'm not sure how much food we got there right now. Okay, that's 3, 4, 5. One of these things here will give us 6. Okay, we got 22 defense. Our happiness is at 30 and climbing, which is good. Okay, what else have we got in here? Okay, so pretty crude and rough living right now, but for the time being, it's going to have to do. Because I just don't have the resources to do anything. Yeah. So I guess we'll just crash on this couch for 8 hours, I guess. Okay, so anyway, I guess we got the basics here at Taffington Boathouse. So now I guess we'll grab all the stuff out of the workbench there and we'll throw it in this shipping container. This is something that I'd overlooked, actually. I've had the 50 Ways to Die at Dr. Nick's mod for years, but I never really realized that I had this shipping container before. It's certainly handy. Okay, might as well empty out the portable container too while I'm here. Yeah. So we'll get rid of some ammunition that I'm not using so much of. I don't think I need to carry 400 rounds of 38. Don't mind shooting 45s with anything. Okay. That looks like a good weapon. So when I get to some place where I have some resources where I can work on it, because the Deadeye Legendary is actually a really good legendary. Anyway, we'll throw all the weapons that I'm not currently using. So it looks like I need to keep shotgun shells. Throw some of these in there. And of course, a lot of these types of weapons can be handed out to settlers too. And if you have them in the shipping container, well then they're all together and you don't have a bunch of them stuck in a workbench someplace where you could use them at a different settlement. So that's in a way kind of how the shipping container here can be useful too. Anyway, I guess we'll put some of this stuff away too. Okay, we have our night vision. Yeah. Nope, those aren't cooked yet. I can cook those. Maybe I should do that. Yeah. And you can store anything you want in there that, you know, you're not going to be able to do anything really with until you get to a settlement. Even things like these overdue books. Okay, so I don't think are we got anything that shoots 45s? I don't think so. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, so we need those. We don't need those though. We can put all of those in the workbench. There we go. 38s, 45s, and shotgun shells. Alright. So we're ready to go after we go and get another drink of water.
Huh?
Huh? I guess that one of the things that we could do is make these settlers a little bit better armed, right? So if we look in here, we got couple of 10mm auto pistols. Okay, so we'll grab those, and we got some 10mm ammunition. Get out of the way, dog.
I'd like to trade some items.
Okay.
Because all he's got is his plain old ordinary pipe pistol. There. The same for you.
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. Whole place is run by robots.
You don't
Let's
say.
trade.
Go ahead.
Okay. There, so. Regular run-of-the-mill settlers a little bit better armed. So now, what are we going to do? We haven't gone to talk to the settlers at Ten Pines Bluff yet. So we got all kinds of things to do here. But I'm almost thinking that maybe we should head back over to the west end of the Commonwealth there and start working on connecting some of our settlements instead. So maybe that's what we'll do. And those guys at Settler at Ten Pines Bluff can just wait until I'm ready. Boy, those little Enclave radio robots sometimes travel in packs. Yeah, let's go over here and unlock this lock for the XP.
Nice.
There's not usually much of anything in here. No bobby pin and some jet. Yeah. The road is empty this morning. I was doing a side playthrough of my own. Oh, it looks like I haven't been here before. Okay, well, let's go here and
All
we'll
right.
shoot some mole
All in
rats.
one piece.
Now, I can remember at one time there was only
That's common
one
justice.
settler here fighting off the mole rats, but for years now I've had two. But only one of them is the one that you need to worry about protecting. Oh. Boy. Oh, now I'm going to have to take some antibiotics because I got some kind of disease from the mole rats. Okay, well, let's get this out. I've got a bit more. Oh. Okay, you get that one.
It's over. For now.
Okay, is that it? Is that all of them?
Hi. Thanks for the help.
I guess that is all of them. So one of those guys, if he survives, will go thanks for the help and give you money. The other one, if he survives, and this guy doesn't actually talk to you anyway, right? So I don't know where he came from or why he is there, but apparently now there are two settlers instead of just one. I cannot... Oh, there we go. Guess we had to get past this bush or whatever that is. Well, that would explain why Chef Perry has one rank in Commando anyway, one perk in Commando, because of this gun, which is a wounding 45 grease gun. So, there you go. And of course, wounding is one of those effects that is best applied to a weapon that has a fairly high rate of fire. Because that effect does stack with itself, and you can even take down very tough opponents. If you shoot them enough times with this, the bleed damage will do more damage than the bullets do. It's actually one of the more powerful legendary effects. Anyway, let's see if we got some antibiotics. We got a few here. And then we'll have to drink some water. Tell you the truth. I had the choice. If the option was available, I think I would just not include the diseases. They're more of a pain than a feature, really. Well, come on. Oh, there we are. Okay, should be one more in here somewhere. No, maybe not. Two? I thought there was three of them in. Okay, well, let's see what's in the toolbox and in this box. Okay. Alright, well. Anyway, we'll be back on our way again. I also like the grease gun. It's actually pretty cool looking. It's a cool looking weapon, and put quite a few fittings and stuff like that on it that serve various functions. It's a pretty modifiable weapon. Oh, look at dead dog, dead settler. Why do you have to stand right on top of him? Get out of there. Come on, get. Dr. Forsyth's note. Okay. See what Dr. Forsyth's note says. Supply list: stim packs, thermometer, test tubes. Will notify Officer Edwards when you arrive. Okay. I guess I already must have Vault 81 marked on my map, because that's one of those little things where you can find it, and it'll mark Vault 81 on your map for you if it isn't already. Okay. So we're gonna go this way, and we can just follow the tracks, but let's see. Yeah, and the grease gun doesn't go through ammunition quite as fast as some of the other automatic weapons do, because it has a somewhat lower rate of fire. It actually only shoots like about 6 rounds per second, which is about half of what a typical automatic weapon in Fallout 4 does. But that being said, it's a fairly high damage automatic weapon too. A lot of the automatic weapons, unless you get into the higher tiered ones like assault rifles or something, well, you don't usually see you know, damage in the range of you know, mid-30s on an automatic weapon. I'll look in here. Have I looked in here yet? No, I haven't. Okay, that means I probably haven't looked in this boxcar yet either. Which means I probably haven't checked this out yet either. Okay. Hey, look at that. I spent that perk on hacking, and now I can hack this terminal.
I'm in.
Open that security door. Okay, we'll grab that stuff. And we have a partial set of T45 power armor. But we'll leave that there for later, once we have an established settlement a little bit closer. The one drawback to the grease gun, of course, is that the reload speed is a little bit on the slow side. So if you happen to shoot this gun empty, well, you know, if you're under pressure by aggressive melee enemies or something, you're probably better off to switch to a different weapon. rather than try to reload this one while under duress. Oh, whoa. There's a child of Adam there. I didn't even see him by the wall. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well. Wow, I'm glad he didn't throw that at me. Okay. And, of course, I don't usually bother with the gamma guns because, for the most part, they, you know, any enemies that matter are either highly resistant to or immune to radiation damage anyway. So it looks like I've discovered, Grey Garden already. We need to break off and head in this direction now. Yep, and I have to say, I don't know if there's anyone out there right now watching that has played Fallout 4. Uh-oh, and found... Ow. Ah, gotcha. And found the legendary Ghoul Slayer's Gamma Gun, but I have found that weapon 2 or 3 times in all the years that I have played this game. And I laugh each time I find it because, you know, it gives you 50% more damage against feral ghouls, except that feral ghouls don't actually suffer radiation damage. So, you know, 0 times 1.5 is still 0. So it is basically the most useless weapon out there. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything else here really worth picking up, so we'll be on our way. What's over here? Whoa. Okay. I guess that was the only survivor of this battle, I suppose. Oh. Junkie's note. Okay, let's see what the Junkie's note says. I have a big stash of chems up at Watts Consumer Electronics. Okay, so look for the stash of chems in Watts Consumer Electronics. Plasma-infused double-barreled shotgun. Huh, okay. Interesting, but that double-barreled shotgun that I've got is already far better than that one. Bullet time. But still, that is interesting, though. In fact, in the playthrough I was doing last night, I ran into a pack of raiders at first and shot it out with them. And while I was busy battling it out with them, a group of super mutants showed up. And one of those super mutants picked up the double-barreled shotgun that a dead raider had on him and started shooting at me with it, and that hurt. So... Okay. Speaking of raiders. What have we got here? We don't really have a designated long-range weapon here, so maybe we'll just get this thing out. Whoa! Knocked him right off the bridge. Oh, and it's lunchtime. What is for lunch? Back up to the top here. See what is for lunch. Well, we got sure, let's have baked bloatfly and bubblegum. And looks like I'm gonna have to go down there, and if I want to loot that guy's body, or her body. Okay. Not too much worth taking there anyway. Okay, dead settler. Okay, raider. Settler's note. Okay, wow. All sorts of random encounters here. Okay, let's see what the settler's note says. Best stay away from Boston Mayoral Shelter. Word is synths have been seen around there. Don't know what they're after, but it can't be good. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go there. Okay. Here, no, not really. Alright. So, I guess we could climb up the hill here. We can just follow this little valley. Of course, that's the lever action shotgun called the Boomstick. Has the explosive legendary on it. And, you know, what? Is that you? Oh, weird. Oh, okay. I hear gunfire. Oh, there's the fence. Now, can I climb this? Oh, look at this. We just came up just right out. So here we are back at Fort Hagen settlement. Where there is shooting going on. And who's that? That's a settler limping around there. I guess I should switch to something where I'm not going to cause a bunch of collateral damage here. Can't fit through there. Uh-oh, there's a dead settler. Hey.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
Yeah, you should really get that looked at there, buddy. Okay, nothing really very interesting in here. I guess it was just that settler fighting off those wild dogs. I guess I need to go around someplace to where there's a gate. Okay, well, let's do a bit of cooking here. got lots of cooking to do here. Okay, and then I guess we need a drink of water too. What?
Anything I can do to help out around here?
I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
Alright, obviously we've got some settlement work to do here. We'll get rid of our gamma gun here first. And we'll store all this junk in there. And I think I can build a shipping container here. What have I got up on the wall? Sentinel's machete, blazing pool cue, instigating baton, and the Kelly Macabre. Okay. So it looks like I've got all sorts of settlers here that have nothing to do. Got 4 unemployed settlers. Okay. Well then, let's see what we've got. Okay, we could give one guy, we could give one of them a farming job, I guess. Wow, we've got a lot of food type things going on here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So anyway, for a relatively small settlement, this actually has a very large amount of farmable area here. So anyway, we'll get you to be a farmer. Yeah. We'll put everybody to work here. Looks like I gotta build a whole, or make a whole bunch of new chef's hats too. Okay. So we got 3 unemployed settlers now, and we could probably use some more guards. So this looks like it might be a good place to put a guard mat. Yeah, we'll just put one right there. And you know what? These little outhouse buildings, they make half-decent looking guard stations, too. Yeah. Then you can just put a guard mat inside. Yeah. It's like that. Okay. Looks like you need a job. And you need a job.
Sure.
Okay, where else can we put guards? Yeah, okay. A pretty large area up here. I wonder if I've got enough wood in my shipping container now to finish this building off, too. Might be a good idea. But, anyway. We got 2 more settlers to give jobs to, so we'll put one here. And we'll put another one over here. Oh, okay. I guess we only have one unemployed settler now, so I guess we'll just assign him to defense. For the time being. And, so where's our nearest settlement that we want to connect to here? Maybe Overland... No, okay, we haven't got Overland Station yet. Have Grey Garden yet. What else do we not have yet? Okay, there's the Red Rocket Express. Right. Alright, well, looks like we got a few more people at Red Rocket and Attic, so maybe we'll work on expansion from there. But for the time being, I think we need to build some, or make some more, yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? Get out of the way. Okay.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta give everybody their uniform. Otherwise, how can we tell the settlers from the riffraff?
Can we trade a few things?
Sure.
Wow, look at those guys. They're so diligent. They're already up there on the job.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Of course.
I could have sworn there was 4. Where'd the 4th one go? Oh, there you are.
I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
I want to trade a few things.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Let's trade some other things to you. We'll give you this plasma-infused double-barreled shotgun. What do you think? There. Okay, we have a lot of junk in the, yeah, we have a lot of junk in the, settlement here. What else do we have? Okay, we got a fair amount of these two. We're gonna store all these weapons in the, except for that, my God, I've collected every weapon in the world in this place here. Okay, well, all of that stuff, yeah, I don't really care about too much, so we won't worry about that. Okay, probably food items would be a good idea, and other aid items. Berry mentats, okay. Those we'll leave there. Yeah, we'll just grab all this stuff. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just take it all. Amazing how we can still move when we're carrying around 2,573 arbitrary weight units worth of stuff. It probably would have been a little handier if I'd have done this in here in the workshop, but okay. So now we're gonna build ourselves another shipping container here. Containers, yeah. Okay, and we'll just put it right next to the good old workbench there so it's handy. And we'll just start dropping stuff off in here. Wow. All this ammunition can go in there too, which is kind of handy if I happen to want to change weapons for some reason. Then instead of having to remember where I stored, 1,045 caliber rounds, then I can just go to the old shipping container and pull them out of there. Those mods, I don't know about whether I need those. I think maybe I'll just stick those back in the workbench. We'll put all the junk into the thing though. See, another thing that using the shipping container is good for is storing certain sensitive items that you don't want to accidentally destroy, like those distress pulsers that there are only 3 of them exist in the game, and you need them to make the tiny nanobots for the to turn ordinary weapons into legendary weapons. But if you destroy those distress pulsers because they contain aluminum and a couple of other, like rare and useful items, you could unwittingly use them to build something else and then they're gone, right? But if you keep those types of things in the shipping container, well, they won't accidentally get destroyed. Okay, so what do we have here now? Auction list. Okay, well, I'm not really too sure I want to put a whole bunch of that kind of thing in here. Okay, aid. Okay. Okay. We got way more of this kind of stuff than we can easily carry, so what we'll do is we'll store the excess. Wow, I still have a lot of stuff. But we'll get there. Sorry, folks, I know this is a little bit, tedious to watch, but it has to be done. Okay, apparel. Okay, we got one extra chef's hat there for some reason. I guess we'll throw that in there, along with all these other pieces of armor. I guess we have a lot of weapons here too. And I think we're almost there. Yeah, there we go. So I guess we'll just drop all these mods back into the workbench here. Okay, now we're all set up and we're ready to go back to Natick Banks. Oh, and I should check the time because I'm sitting kind of far away from the timer. I can't tell. Okay. Well, I guess we'll head over to Natick Banks and then that'll be just about it. But we'll have one more practical use of the shipping container when we get there. Although that being said, maybe we should head over to the Boston Mayoral Shelter since that's actually right close by. You guys want to do a really long Chef Perry today? We'll do a longer one today, I guess. The road to head to the Mayoral Shelter is just right here. That should be under miscellaneous stuff here. Whoop. There. Just up this road. Or what's left of this road. And there it is. And of course with another character, I've been here before, but it's been a while, so sure, why not? Let's just do the Boston Mayoral Shelter thing. Remote door control, unlock door. Not even passworded. All right, here we go. Okay, better be ready because we never know what we might move or might encounter in here. That's one thing I'll say about the grease gun mod here is that they have some of the nicer reflex sights. Some of the modded weapons that I get, the reflex sights are kind of hard to see through. But this one's actually pretty good. Very easy to aim with. Okay, what does the terminal do? Let's see.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Let's deactivate the terminal or the turret that we just destroyed anyway. At this rate, we're going to end up having to use the portable container again pretty soon. There's an elevator. Well, you tried, but you were too slow. Barbed floor. Okay. I cannot see that laser turret very well from here. A long ways away. We'll, there it is. I think. Wow, okay. Huh. I guess that means I need a drink of water after all that. Wow. Uh-oh. Ooh. How come I can't lock onto that one? Where is it? We'll bleed that turret out. Yeah. Wounding is such a magical effect that even affects machines and turrets and everything. Okay, what's in here? A pipe. Okay. Wow, looks like there was some explosions and stuff going on down here. Okay, looks like there's some good stuff back there. There's a terminal here somewhere that can open that door.
Yes.
Right here. Maybe.
Security's too good.
Damn it, I started on the hacking thing just a little bit too late. How far do I have to go? I've only got one. So, if I could gain one level, then I could hack that terminal. Okay, well, that's not that far away. I might be able to do that before I leave. If I remember to come back here. If I do in fact gain a level while I'm down here. It looks like sort of a residential area now. Kind of. I can't believe I'm not overloaded yet. Oh, now I need to eat something. Okay, here we are with the big footlocker. And there we are. We now have a Brel submachine gun, and we can craft them, and they will also appear in the world. So when we have a look at the... I think this is probably the basic Brel submachine gun. It also has a little bit lower fire rate than a lot of the other automatic weapons, but decent damage as well. And you can also, with different receivers and stuff, you can actually increase that fire rate to be somewhat higher than average. And so you can also, you'll notice that it has the horizontal magazine, but you can also make that at a workbench so that it fixes at a diagonal position or in a vertical position too. Of course, this one only has this is the basic one, so it has the 20 round magazine in it. I think you can expand the magazine size out to 40 or something with this gun. And you can put a variety of sights on it and that kind of thing. There, now it's time for the portable container. Great. Well, we can store the ammunition we're not using, all the junk that we've picked up. I don't usually use the portable container when I'm playing, but because Chef Perry, of course, is one of the few male characters that I tend to play, and I have a lot of outfit mods and things that add that you can tack things like deep pocketed onto. So I have a tendency with those characters to be able to carry a lot more, like nearly twice as much as what Chef Perry is able to carry here. Okay, well, we're almost down to about normal level for him now. Okay. And so as a result, because of Chef Perry's wardrobe limitations, I'm not able to expand his carrying ability out to what other characters are capable of doing. So I use the portable container instead. Just because I don't like leaving all this good stuff behind.
That's it.
It looks as though safe key. I don't think I need the safe key. I think I have master lock-picking skill anyway. Anyway, it looks like the hip firing on this weapon is fairly tight. Right? You can see the targeting reticle there. It's, seems like it's pretty good. Do I have... see here, tractor, night person. Would that be? Yeah, no, I don't even have a rank of steady aim, so this is just how this gun is naturally. Okay, where we're going is down there, looking for lost tech. Yeah, don't say. Okay, I think that's where I came in, right? It's in here already. Came in through here. Go out this way. Okay, looks like the tech I'm looking for is in that room there. But we'll unlock this door first and have a look in here.
Sweet.
Mayor's goodbye.
Hi, sweetheart. I'm sorry it had to end this way. I tried to build a place where our children could live comfortably. You know, I'm a family man, and know our children come first. I'd do anything for them.
Perfect.
Even at the expense of taxpayers' money. The mob has brought my body to the people, and it's only a matter of time before they reach the lower level. Maybe they will leave you as a last resort to protect. I left the key to the safe with one of the attendants. I forget his name. Well, anyway, I give you myself, my darling. I love you and the children so much.
Okay, well, that rather garbled message, I think, was basically because if you happen to read all of the terminals in this place, you can figure out that basically there were people trying to... Okay, well, semi-auto weapon, we'll take it. There are people who were trying to break into the shelter. because they didn't want to be stuck outside in the, nuclear fallout and all that kind of stuff. And of course, they eventually managed to break their way in. And, you have to kind of read between the lines, but I'm assuming that the mob wiped out or killed the mayor and his family and their guards. Yeah, we'll take the time to build a model. Oh, here we go again. And carrying too much stuff. And of course now I have to drink another thing of water, because every time I access the portable container it makes me thirsty. Which I suppose is a bit of a trade-off. Guard update.
Found the mayor in the tub last night. Locked the door before the missus found him. Didn't want her to see him like that. I told her he'll be back soon and not to worry. In the meantime, I told her to take the children down to the utility room in the gym and wait for the all clear. Situation's getting out of control and we're outnumbered. It's only a matter of time before this place falls into chaos.
Well, I'm definitely not getting in there because I don't have a way to hack this terminal. So, yeah. Look at all that good stuff in there. Boy, there's ammunition and stim packs and RadAway and RadX and ugh. And I can't get it. I just hate that. That's why usually I go for the lockpicking and hacking perks early. Because I hate not being able to go places and get into things.
Nice.
Oh. The teddy bear gag. Oh, the dog just opened the door. I didn't do that. Okay, I know what I need to do. Will help me to not have to go into the portable container as often. We'll have an ice cold beer. Yeah. Wow, he had his own basketball court in here.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Found you.
Movement
Shit.
detected. Curious.
Wow.
Hostile
Okay.
sensor reading detected.
Where's there some cover? Well, I guess.
I am the victim of violence.
Yes, you are. You are the victim of doggy violence.
My sensors clearly need adjustment. Statistically speaking, your survival is improbable.
Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. Damn dog, you're supposed to keep him busy. Okay, oh, you're gonna shoot around the corner at me, are you? Ooh, well, there's like a whole whack of them there. I think it's time to take some countermeasures here. Let's see here. What do we have? Well, we could take a Fortify Health potion. And we'll take a morphine Med-X. Sure, we'll do that too. Okay, that sounds like it might be interesting. Let's try that out too. Oh, time is already slowed. Alright. Guess we gotta drink some water. And I think we're gonna have to switch weapons to something that's a little more effective against groups of enemies. Because there are too many of them, and the magazine size on that gun is just not big enough. Yeah.
Analyzing stealth. How interesting.
Uh-oh, shit.
It would appear my target has disappeared.
Okay, well, you did your best, I know.
You cannot escape detection for long. Whoever or whatever you are, I know you are out there.
Yeah, so they give you the full press there right away. With a great big gang of those guys.
I am equipped with the most, and if they return, I will be ready.
Yeah, you will be. Okay. Pick up some of this stuff. Boston Shelter, where are you? Okay.
Where are you, honey? I've been told to take the children to a safe place near the gym. Are you okay? The children are scared. This whole situation is my fault. I convinced you we needed all of this stuff if the worst ever happened. Now look at what's happening. All my fault. When you come back... Oh, hold on. Looks like the little one's hungry. It's okay, baby. Don't cry. It's okay. Mommy's here. Listen, when you come back, let's get out of here. Let them have this place. We don't need it. I love you, honey.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like she made it either. Okay, well. It would appear I'm going to have to shoot my way out now. And that, folks, is bullet time. It might only be a double-barreled shotgun, but it is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. Made by me. That's too heavy, I'm not going to pick that up.
That's it.
Okay, otherwise a dead-end tunnel. Well, let's see if we can, I'll bet you this is the other end of where that pipe was. Oh, it goes in two directions. Oh, okay, dead end there.
Movement detected.
And of course, this shotgun has all sorts of interesting features because I made a combination legendary. So it has Deadeye. It also has knockback like the 2076 World Series baseball bat. And interestingly enough, that knockback chance is applied to each pellet that the shotgun fires. So, you know, like you get 8 chances, I guess. Like each of the 8 pellets that a shotgun shell holds has that same knockback chance. Makes it so that you get that effect happen fairly often. And it also has wounding, so yeah. I decided not to put that combination effect on a combat shotgun because I figured then I would actually really break the game. Because at least with this one, you can only fire it twice and then you have to go through a fairly lengthy reload process. But I can just imagine having a shotgun with a 32-round drum magazine with all of these effects on it. It would be a sight to behold. But it would also probably ruin your game.
Sensor reading detected. I was in error. No enemy detected.
Well, there's the elevator. There's still somebody else in here, though. And it looks like I did not, in fact, gain enough to gain a level so that I could crack that terminal. Where are are you? I heard your voice. Maybe he's actually upstairs in the elevator. There aren't any more,
Is
wait a
someone...
minute. Yeah. There was one more synth guy down here. Yeah, we might as well store that for now. We tried that out a little bit, but it's in its base form, it's not quite strong enough for this area, I don't think. Okay, well, we probably killed all the synths in this level anyway. So we'll head on back up the stairs here and head for the elevator. And unfortunately, there's a couple of locked doors in here that you need a high level of hacking in order to be able to open them. I'm just not going to be able to get in there. This whole place is just overrun with these guys.
Hello?
I never get tired of that. You shoot an enemy and they just go flying. Uh-oh. Somebody snuck up behind me.
Failure.
Oh. Okay, we're nearly there. Okay, well, I think that'll about do it for this episode. So, did quite a bit of building, but we decided to go a little extra long so that we could explore the mayor's bunker and find the Brel submachine gun. So, I guess I'll head on over to Natick Banks, but we'll do that off camera and begin again from there next time. So until then, I'm Sandman99, and I hope you enjoyed the ongoing adventures of Chef Perry.